Yeah, the pills weren't the only thing stolen. It turns out the videotape was, too. Yeah, in a few minutes. You know, this makes me wonder if the man we've been looking for is responsible for these burglaries at your TV studio. You say you've been missing things on and off for, what, 5 or 6 weeks now?
Monitors, patch cords, you name it.
And you have no reason to believe it was an inside job, some disgruntled employee or something, yeah? Well, the man we're looking for is very high-tech, and I was hoping that'd be the handle on this, but, you know, we haven't been able to trace anything. If the stuff were stolen, that would perhaps explain the difficulty. Hey, Bill? Yes, sir. Will you, have these checked against the ones we found in the closet where Miss Wainwright was held?
Right away, sir.
Thank you. I was planning on stopping by the studio this afternoon and picking up Eden. Maybe I'll have a chance to talk to your staff then, huh?
Are you sure Eden came in today?
Yeah, she was planning to. Didn't you see her?
Well, she wasn't at the rundown this afternoon.
Excuse me. I like to keep track of her these days. Well, she's home. It's busy.
Have you showed the report to Cruz yet? No, I didn't think so. It might upset him. But I want you to know, Eden, I've never been happier. I'm hoping for a son, aren't you? A son who's the image of his father.
Now there's no answer. It's kind of strange. She usually leaves the phone machine on if she's going out.
Well, maybe she's in the shower and didn't hear the phone.
Yeah, that's true. That would, Bill, I think you have the wrong address. I didn't order a tree.
Trollman's Association bought a dozen for charity. Some shelter for homeless kids. We're putting them on the main floor offices.
Well, I guess it's my lucky day. I get right there to be cool.
Yeah, just leave it here for you.
Thanks.
So, less than 10 shopping days, huh? Better get cracking.
Gosh, you know. Did he mention the name of that show? Excuse me, just Bill?
Hello? Hi. Do you see photos only? Wait a second. Wait.
Well, I seem to have caught you in the middle of things.
That's okay. I am finished.
Well, it looks beautiful.
Thanks. I know Scott thinks I'm being a fanatic about this, but I figured if there's any place that could use a little holiday cheer, this was it.
Yeah, I agree. We haven't even bought a tree yet, and if there was ever a year, it's now.
What's up?
Well, I just wanted to ask you your professional opinion about heredity.
It's kind of a big subject. You want to narrow it down for me a little bit?
Okay. Well, in my heart, I've never doubted that this child is Cruz's. But, well, I guess it would be a lie. I have had doubts.
I can understand.
Cruz and I have talked about it, though. And we will love this child. I mean, if it's ours, but if it turns out to be otherwise, Heather, the person who did this to me was really sick. I mean, he hurts people without remorse. What kind of child comes from that?
You know, with all the instruments that we have now to watch a child grow and develop before it's born, we still don't have one that'll determine what it'll be.
But heredity does play a part.
There's a constant debate over what creates a personality, even whether it's heredity or whether it's environment.
Well, which side of the debate are you on?
Well, personally, I think that a loving home can be one of the best influences that anyone could have.
Well, I agree with you, but then that's what I want to hear, you know.
It's not why I'm saying it. There's examples all over the place, Eden. As a matter of fact, you want to go for a ride with me right now?
Where are we going?
Well, you said you hadn't picked out your Christmas tree yet, right?
Right.
And I know just the place we can get you one.
Hi.
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 Welcome to my enchanted forest.
Well, it looks great. It smells even better. Do I get to pick anyone I want?
Absolutely. I have to offer you a commission.
Actually, I'm not just here to drum up business, Michael. There's a little girl here I want Eden to meet.
Really? Who?
Chelsea?
Heather was telling me a little bit about her in the car.
Yeah, well, not all the kids here have as dramatic a background, but she's very special.
You know, Eden had asked me whether or not Chelsea knew about her father. I wasn't sure.
She was a baby when she became a ward of the state. One of these days, she may decide to try and figure out who her natural parents were, and hopefully by then, she'll be old enough to deal with it. It won't be easy to find out that her father was a convicted murderer. But Chelsea is a very strong girl.
You want to show me where she is, Michael?
Sure. You want to take a look at the trees, and we'll be right back.
Okay, thanks.
What are you sneaking around here for?
What are you doing here?
I got a hot tip from Dan Hickover's that this was the coolest tree lot in town, and I just, I thought I'd bring this tree home to you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Great minds think alike.
yeah. You like this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
My tree.
What are we going to argue about then? People supposed to argue about which tree they like?
Well, we can argue about where to put it.
There you go. I knew you'd think of something.
I mean,
I knew.
Eden Chelsea's in her room, so we...
how did you know Eden was here?
I didn't. I just was looking for a good-looking tree, and lo and behold. Who's Chelsea?
She's one of the children here at the orphanage.
Yeah, Heather was just saying how some of the kids get a little down on the holidays, and I said I would come by and visit, say hi. Would you like to go inside?
Sure.
Cruz! Oh, the whole family, huh?
Hi, Michael, how are you?
Come on. Good. Good to see you.
Eden? Yeah. Do you want to tell Cruz what the circumstances are first, or?
Well, I think I'll wait. It might be better this way. Okay.
Hi. Don't want to interrupt.
It's okay. I'm done. Hi.
Hi.
I thought you might like to meet some of my friends. This is Mr. and Mrs. Castillo. And I think you met my sister Heather before, didn't you?
Sure, she brought me a coloring book.
That was before I realized that you were even better with paints than you are with crayons. It's a beautiful picture, Chelsea.
Yes, it really is.
Thanks. It's a picture of my favorite place.
I think I know which place it is, too. That's the Eiffel Tower, isn't it?
Right. I have a postcard of it.
Do you really? I've been to Paris. I used to spend a lot of time in France.
Do you speak French?
Well, not as well as I used to.
I'm gonna learn.
Are you?
Starting next year. Sister Marguerite's going to teach me. I love that name. Marguerite, don't you?
It's almost as pretty as Chelsea. Or Eden.
That's your name, Eden?
Yeah.
The Garden of Eden's where Adam and Eve lived. It's the most beautiful place on the earth.
That's exactly right.
That's a good name for you. Did you want to ask me some questions?
Questions about what?
Aren't you looking for a little girl?
Oh, sweetheart. Mr. and Mrs. Castillo aren't here for an adoption. They have a child at home. And as a matter of fact, Mrs. Castillo is expecting a baby very soon.
Do you want a girl or a boy?
Well, we have a little boy at home, so actually having a little girl would be nice. Especially after meeting you, Chelsea. I really think I want a girl. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
It's hard saying goodbye.
Yeah, well, that just means you got to come back and visit again. So.
Yeah, well, we will. This is a wonderful place you have here. The term orphanage, it always conjures up images out of Dickens or something, and you come here and you talk to Chelsea and these kids, and you see that they get a lot of individual attention.
Well, thanks. The sisters and the rest of us, we try to compensate for the fact that kids don't have full-time parents, but doesn't quite fill the bill. And the older they get, the tougher it is to find parents. I mean, Chelsea's 10 now, and the chances of her ever getting adopted are very slim.
I don't get that. You know, she's such an angel. You'd think that some couple that couldn't have children of their own would have snapped her up a long time ago.
Yeah, but sometimes people put conditions on their love. They're afraid to take a chance with a child that they don't know exactly where he or she came from, or sometimes a child that they know too much about.
Yeah, well...
Well, listen, thanks a lot for letting me see what a wonderful place this is. And, of course, for the prettiest tree in all of Santa Barbara.
Let me help you load
What a
that
prize.
up. Don't mind if you do. Thanks. We'll meet you at the car.
Okay, yeah, I'll be right there. Oh, careful there, Mom.
You got it.
Heather, I can't tell you what that did for me.
I'm so glad. You gonna tell Cruz why you came?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell him everything. I'm really not afraid. It was all because of you. Thanks.
Well, the tree's all tied up nice and tight. You ready to hop in the old sleigh?
Sure am. You know, it's so nice standing out here and breathing all this evergreen. Reminds me of every great Christmas I've ever had.
Yeah, I had my doubts about whether we'd be able to get into the spirit this year, but I'm really starting to feel it.
Yeah, me too.
I love you, sweetie.
Mm-hmm.
Eden? Is it okay if I call you Eden?
Oh, please do. I insist.
I want you to take it home.
Oh, sweetheart, are you sure you want to do that? Don't you want to hang that on your wall to remind you of the trip you're going to take to Paris someday?
It's okay. I can paint another one. I already did. Go on.
Well, okay. Actually, I think I know the perfect place to put this.
Where?
Well, I thought I'd put it in the nursery, right next to the crib. That way, when the baby comes home, it'll be the first thing he sees.
Oh, that's a wonderful idea.
But the baby will be too little to know that it's a picture of Paris. But when it gets older, you can teach about the Eiffel Tower and everything.
That's what we'll do. And when you become a famous artist, which I'm sure you will become, we're going to tell all our friends that we have one of your very first paintings.
Are you guys really going to come back and visit?
Yes, we are, sweetheart. That's a promise.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. You take care.
Merry Christmas to you. And thank you for this present. It's the first one I've ever gotten. It really is the best.
What an amazing little girl.
Well, he said, let's go home. Decorate our tree.
Yeah. So, what do you say? Shall I break out the decorations?
No, not yet.
You know, darling, I don't think you put that down since you put it in your hand. You're not thinking what I think you're thinking, are you?
What do you think I'm thinking?
I would love nothing more than to bring Chelsea into our home. But we have a new baby coming. It seems to me that there's going to be a lot of adjustments to make without that.
Oh, no, Cruz. I understand. But if we couldn't have children, would you consider it?
Oh, yeah. In a second, I think she's an extraordinary child. I mean, with her situation, living in an orphanage, you'd expect her to have turned inward or darkened in some way, but she seems so open, so giving. It's, well, you just know she's going to be okay.
I agree with you. And I know something that you don't about Chelsea.
What's that?
Oh, about her father. He was a murderer. He was a psychopath. He was institutionalized in one of those places you visited a few weeks ago.
Oh, God. Does Chelsea know? I don't understand how this, Did Heather take you there on purpose?
Yes, she did. I was asking her what a child might inherit from a parent who is seriously disturbed, and she thought meeting Chelsea would put my mind at ease.
I thought your mind already was at ease, Eden. You have seemed so totally convinced that this is our baby. What is this? What happened?
He sent this yesterday. 3 more inconclusive results. It says that he's the father of my baby.
I can't believe that you didn't come to me with this the minute you got it.
Well, the reason I didn't was because I didn't know what to do. I got it and I froze. I didn't want to believe it was true, and all I could think about was you. You wondering, afraid to see the truth, and I just couldn't bear that thought.
Well, you must have been afraid, too, or you wouldn't have gone to Heather, right?
I'm glad I went to Heather. I'm glad she had me meet Chelsea. I think meeting Chelsea was something we both needed to have in our lives.
Yeah.
What are you thinking of doing, calling the lab?
Why should we? I'm not going to call. This is fake.
What, are you sure?
He told us the first report we saw, the one that said there was inconclusive, that he substituted that report for this, right? The real report?
Yes.
What the hell sense does that make? This says I'm not the father. If this were true, he'd want me to see this. Why would he have gone to the trouble of substituting the other one for this?
Well, I know it doesn't make any sense, but everything he's done doesn't make any sense.
No. Darling, he made this up. This is what he wishes were the truth. If anything, this is the best evidence we've had so far that I am the father. I'll get back to you. They're gonna dust the hospital file room for prints.
Okay. What do you say, let's make a deal? We will not talk any more about this case tonight. We will do nothing but decorate our Christmas tree and hang our beautiful picture of Paris. And we'll think of all the positive reasons for bringing our baby into the world.
Fair enough, but I get to expound on the first reason.
Okay, go ahead.
Talk is cheap. People talk about love conquering all, and they don't really think about what it means. Today we saw living proof. That child, that life could have been scarred, could have been ruined, but it was saved by the love of the people around it. If our baby learns just that one lesson, well, that'll just about be everything it needs to know.
Don't you just want to have this kid right now?
Well,
I mean, I get so impatient. I mean, I want to see what it looks like. I want to see what it's like, if it's like you. Oh, I don't know. Sometimes I close my eyes, and I just try to imagine what this little face looks like. And I can never see it. I mean, all I can see is this little white light. And it's beautiful, but it's different.
is it a boy light or a girl light?
You. You know something? With everything we've had to deal with, I still feel like the luckiest woman in the world.